any concerns with the Maryland quarterback?
No, baby TT.
Hmm.
No, that's what we call him. No, no, not really, man. I think he's gonna have a really, really tough time, with the pass rush of Michigan. I think, the combination of Ajabo and Hutchinson is unique. I think it's elite in terms of those two, and it's going to cause absolute havoc for him. I don't think he's going to. It's going to be a very, and he's already like a smaller quarterback to begin with. Um, I think you could see a situation similar to the Western Michigan game, which he might come out there, have a few easy passes at first. He might even score on the first drive. It's very possible as the Michigan defense tries to settle in. But after taking hits at the hit after hit throughout the course of that game or Saturday, I think you're going to start to see Maryland's offense start to spiral, and in particular, he will start to spiral and maybe make a couple mistakes. That eternal clock that quarterbacks have where they're under pressure starts to quicken up a little bit, and then you start making bad decisions, or you start holding on to the ball trying to make a play. All of a sudden, there's a strip sack, right? You start making really bad decisions. So, no, I think he's going to have a really tough time versus Michigan defense. I really do.
Yeah, that's agreed. I think you're on a different level. I would argue maybe Georgia has another D line that has two potential top 10 picks on it,
Yeah,
playing today.
yeah.
And I'm not even quite sure Georgia has that. I think it's Jenkins kid in the middle who is just a mountain of a person. He's a guy that it's from everything I've been hearing is without a doubt legit, potential top 10 pick. But other than that, I don't know who else they have on that D line. But with what
And
Hutch
Gene Upshaw
is
is good
doing,
too. Gene Upshaw is a
true.
really good player.
And Morris is
Morris
really
is a really
good.
good player.
Hmm.
So it's like we mentioned Hutchinson and Jabo because they are. I'm gonna use
They're
the
the guys
word.
getting the sacks a lot.
They're the one getting the sacks, right? But even if you did key in on those guys, Upshaw and Morris coming, in the interior are a havoc to deal with. Honestly, if I thought our linebacker play was a little bit better, I would say this defense would be a lot. I think the linebacking core has been disappointing. I think Josh Ross at times he's either hit or miss. Sometimes he'll make a really good play, but sometimes he'll get absolutely burnt. He's not the most mobile linebacker. So I mean, it's yeah, man. This game should defensively shouldn't be much of a problem for Michigan, unless, and I say this all the time, the biggest Achilles heel for if you want to be productive and effective versus the Michigan defense, you have to keep them on their heels and you have to be up tempo. You cannot be behind schedule because that allows those pass rushers to come free to go get you. Um, and so yeah, their best shot is to somehow you know be a little bit be effective on that 1st and 10, get a couple yards. Can't have any penalties, no hold calls, no nothing. No illegal substitutions, nothing like that. No 12 men in the huddle, like no self-inflicted mistakes for that Maryland offense because if they do, they're going to be really in trouble.
Kickin' Chicken, what a name! That's incredible.
Sounds like a really good restaurant. Like I actually would love to get food from there. I really would.
Oh, that's an awesome name. That is an awesome name. Yeah, it does sound like a great restaurant. Some good spicy chicken. Mm. Yeah,
I
it's
think it's
it's
Taylor Upshaw.
the
That's great. Thank you for my correcting me on that. I keep Gene Upshaw. I think he's in the NFL. I think he plays for the Ravens.
oh
Always
yeah.
get the names mixed up sometimes. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it definitely and Derek
Taylor Upshaw.
Carr put agreed it could be a trap game because I yes it very well could be, but it's so Maryland is just struggling. So they're struggling, and I don't think Maryland defensively can do anything with Michigan's run game. So I think that's probably what you'll end up seeing is, especially if that Maryland offense isn't running at extremely high efficiency. That you mess around and for Maryland punt the ball twice, and I just don't see Michigan not being able to just run the ball down the field with Haskins. I think Corum will be out, so we'll probably hopefully see Donovan Edwards again. It's been a little while since we've seen him, but just that O line just absolutely moving people and scoring points. So I think it'll be maybe not the drastic extreme case that we saw for those who watch Monday Night Football with the Rams and the 49ers, but just running the
Oh,
football and
that
just
was
being
beautiful.
physical. I think we're going to see something similar to that on Saturday. So,
Yeah, Maryland, they just don't have the personnel to be able to deal with the physicality of Michigan.
mhm.
They just don't have it, and that's not some superiority complex by me as a Michigan fan. It just is what it is. If they did, I will say so. But no, they just don't. They don't have it. They don't have it at all. So that's not to say. And look, Michigan is known for this. That the beginning of the game may seem a little odd. Like this, I can easily see Maryland, Michigan deferring a kickoff. Maryland gets the ball, and they somehow score a touchdown on the first drive, right? Maybe Maryland and they're able to have their first 10 to 15 plays scripted out perfectly, and they're able to drive with the Michigan defense and score. I can see that, but I think throughout the course of the game, it'll be one of those games where if I have to pick the score, I'll say the time to do is preliminary. I know you're going to ask me eventually. I'm just going to give it to you. 35-7 Michigan. I can see it like that.
Whew, okay.
Like I said, Maryland starts off really well, but then Michigan just kind of runs away with it. I really do see it playing out.